Studios. We're here to do a little booty and a little belly. We're going to be going about 45, 50 minutes. Happy Saturday, happy August. We're already August 1st. Woohoo! And so Todd and I were just chatting. He just let me know we're going to be posting on Patreon. So make sure you click the link. It's going to take you to Patreon. There is a subscription, a small subscription base. We want to make sure that we continue to keep these classes going, the space alive and well for you all. So make sure you share it, promote it, all that good stuff. And then there'll be some additional videos that will go trickle out later, eventually one day maybe. So make sure you follow us, like us, all that good stuff. And of course, post any questions, comments. We want to make sure that we're honoring your requests as we move along and grow along in this new tech age, right? So today I have a couple of things that I'm going to suggest that you grab for class. One is a chair or a wall, something that you can stand by, support yourself with. But I'm actually going to let me restate that. You're definitely going to want a chair. So we're going to be doing some chair squats. So hence chair. So chair, you're going to want your water, you're going to want a mat, and some free weights. When I'm at home, like to wear my ankle weights. If you have ankle weights, you want to add them. You can always feel free to add them as well. It's just a little added bonus to the booty workout. So we're going to be starting, of course, like we do with the warm-up, warming the core up, warming the legs, the hips, and the glutes up, and then we're going to be hitting or going right into that workout. So we're going to be going 50, 40, 30, 20s today. So definitely pace yourself if you need to pause, hydrate, reset, honor your body. I'm going to be setting a timer once we get into those segments. 50 seconds, of course. It's a nice chunk of time meant to bring the heart rate up on each one of the moves that we're going to be doing. So, as always, honor yourself. So we're going to start with some rainbow kicks like we did last week, which is where the torso is going to be nice and tall. Make sure the shoulders are rolled down and back. The belly button is down. Drop the tailbone. We're going to take the legs out and then back in. Yeah. And out and in. We're going to be alternating right and left. And then we're going to be doing a plank to a toe tap. So what this looks like is once my shoulder blades are down and back, I'm in my full pike position. This one you're going to want to probably be on the palm of your hand because you are going to reach back to the toe and then come right back to center. Notice that as my hips go high, my belly button is tapping back, which allows the length to be maintained in my legs so that I can reach my toes. Now if it becomes a shorter reach for you and you just want to focus on getting the hips high to begin with, know that this can also be done on the forearms, and all that's going to happen is you're going to just take a little pike up and back to neutral. And if that's a little bit much for you, you can always take an alternating bird dog just to warm up everything, or take a knee tuck. Focusing on the lower abdominal wall, getting that core nice and strong so that we can begin to move. I'm going to set our timer. We'll be going 50 seconds to start with those rainbow kicks. Let's go ahead and begin. Torso nice and high. Leg comes out and in. Alternating right and left. Make sure the belly button is in. You will be feeling this in the quads as well. So starting to warm up some of those hip flexor muscles. We like that. And if it's easier for you to keep your hands back behind, cradling the head to remind yourself to keep the torso nice and high, honor you. Make sure that standing leg is nice and stable before you take that leg. Don't focus on height. Focus on what's moving that leg from internal to external rotation at the hip here. Breathing, breathing. Clock is going. You have under 10 seconds this round. Belly button back, back, back. Look, there it is. We're going to be going down to that plank. May as well balance it out, right? We're going to be going into that plank position, and we are going to go ahead and take that tap back. Let's go ahead. Reach back, come to your plank. Make sure the belly button is back, and try to hit that neutral plank every time in between. Don't rush the move. The wider the stance on the feet, the more dispersed the energy is. So it's a little easier. If you want to narrow the point up, bring those feet together. Exhale as you launch back. Ten seconds remain. You've got 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and pause. We're going to be coming back to stand. We're going to do that rainbow kick again, alternating right and left. Let's go ahead, bring the torso nice and high. Let's begin. Out and in. If you're still gathering toys, that's fine too. Make sure the weight is, I'm going to say a challenging weight. So we're going to be doing some single leg squats from the chair. You can do them on the floor as well. That's a great exercise to have weighted. We're going to be doing Russian twists towards the end. Also a great exercise because that's your trunk rotation, rotational muscles. That could be weighted. You can go single or double weight. Totally your call on that. Inhaling and exhaling. High to low here. Breathing, breathing. There it is. We're going back down to the plank last time. Plank to pike, reaching back. Find your steady. Let's go ahead. Tap it back. And come center. And tap. And center. Make sure the belly button is all the way back. Reaching, reaching. So this was a big birthday week. I had 2 very special people in my life have birthdays this week. My grandson's mom, she turned 25. And then a dear friend of mine, I won't mention the age, but fun. I don't know how guys are about the age thing. I know some women are very funny. I don't care. I don't care about it. We're down to 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh, there it is. Woohoo! Let it go. Fantastic. Go ahead, grab your water, sip of water, I should say, and a chair. And I'm going to go over the next 3 moves. Yeah, I'll go over the next 3 moves while you hydrate and get your chair in position. This does not need to be a weighted, but it can be a weighted experience. We're going to be doing chair squats. And the reason chair squats are good for anybody who is just kind of entering glute or hip strength or any type of stability movement, the chair allows us or invites us to focus on our form. So as I have my chair positioned this way, I'm going to be on profile, is what this is called. I'm going to show you. My feet are about hip width apart. You really want to think about sitting back in any squat. So my hips are going to lead, just like we did that lead with the toe reach. Very similar. This can be weighted, low weights, high weight, overhead, totally your call. But we're going to tap back. As I hinge back, I'm going to bring my booty back. I'm going to tap, and I'm going to come all the way up into a full thrust. From that thrust, making sure my glutes are active, my core is engaged, yeah? So we're going to be doing 50 seconds, like I said, weighted or non-weighted. That's exercise 1. Exercise 2, we're going to go knee circles. So we're going to bring the knee out laterally. We're going to make full circles using the hip. We'll be going right leg only first, and then I'll switch sides. We're going to go left leg only. So we're going to alternate right and left. I said that incorrectly. We're going to go right leg only, then left leg only, not alternating in the movement itself. Then we're going to go knee lifts. So this can be done from a chair as well. This is focusing on the strength of what's called the TFL, tensor fascia. So from here, you want to make sure your standing leg is active. Your foot is placed on that chair or on a stable, unless you want to go free. From here, we're going to take lifts. This is going to be our 30-second move. So we want to make sure from knee to at hip height is our starting position to just above. We're going to be going 30 seconds focusing on, like I said, the TFL strength. So those are our first 3 moves. I'm setting that timer for 50 seconds. We're going to start with those chair squats. Make sure your feet are about hip width apart. Your hips are going to lead back. Belly button comes back towards that spine. We're going. Let's go ahead and drop. Drop and tap and drive up. Tap and up. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale back, exhale up. Breathing, breathing. This will bring your heart rate up. Got prime movers moving, larger muscles. So if you need to slow your momentum down or your pace down, you honor yourself. Inhaling and exhaling. Tap and press. Weight should be in the heels. You'll notice I try to usually keep my toes like a little bit up, which reminds me to keep the weight in my heels as I'm moving. Clock is on. Look it. There it is. First round. Next round, we're going 40 seconds on our next move. Our 40-second segment is going to be those knee circles, making sure that that knee comes out laterally all the way around. I have ankle weights on. You can weight this merely by putting a weight in the back of your knee also, but we're going to start with the right leg. Let's go ahead and circle it up. Lateral. Full range of motion on this. Belly button is still back. Think lateral all the way around. Medial glute. It's a good one. This can also be banded. So if you're somebody at home that has one of those booty bands, you can put it around the middle of your thigh and do this banded. It'll, of course, add more resistance, a little tension to the line. But I like free weights for this, for me. Or I should say my ankle weights. Last one, we're gonna switch sides. We're gonna go 40 seconds, left leg. Let's go ahead, let's kick it up and back. For you dancers, this is probably really, I'm gonna say a more effortless move for those of us who don't have a lot of range of motion or flexibility within the hips. So making sure that we're still coming out of the standing leg hip. We don't want to sit into that hip. You'll really feel the fatigue from side to side. So make sure you're not sitting in the standing leg. Last one. There it is. We're going into those knee lifts. This is going to be our 30-second round. We're going to be facing the chair or to the side of the chair, lifting the knee above, but definitely make sure that as you are lifting, you're contracting through the lower belly and bringing that knee right on up. So let's start with that left leg. Let's lift and lift. So from 90, up. You're right, so my left leg is moving, correct? So my TFL will eventually kick in, especially if I don't have a strong TFL. It's a muscle right at the top to the side of your quad. One of your hip flexor muscles, a good muscle to have prepared and fired, ready to go. So, but your standing leg, because we just kind of activated all those muscles doing the knee circles, you'll feel it. Last one, let it go. We're gonna switch sides. Right leg is gonna be at that 90 degree. Let's go ahead and lift, lift. And this is a good one to check your range of motion, right? So the more you can get the knee above, the working knee above your hip, we're increasing that range of motion. Some of us already have really nice lengthened hip muscles from our jobs from sitting, right? Some of us have tight hip flexor muscles in the front, which are our quadriceps going into our psoas, our iliacus, all that good stuff. So this is a great move to strengthen all that's lengthened. There it is. Guess what? We are back to the top. We're going back to the 50 seconds. We're going chair squats. Grab your chair and let's go ahead and sit it back. Sit it tap. Focus on those knees maintaining the integrity in between, just like we do traditional squats, right? Some of us have, like I said, we have more lax gluteal, medial glute muscles. So as we're squatting, sometimes those knees will float. That's why last week when we did it with a pillow or a Pilates ball, making sure we keep the integrity of those knees nice and wide. Inhaling and exhaling, breathing, breathing. You're down to the last 10 seconds here. Inhale back, exhale up. You've got 3, 2, 1. There it is. Guess what? We're at 40 seconds, knee circles. Let's start with that right leg, going round and about. Let's take it. Out to the side, all the way around. Breathing, breathing. So happy birthday to anybody who had a birthday this week. I love birthdays. Birthdays allow me as a mom and my inner child to celebrate. Here we go. You've got 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it go. Time flies when we're having fun. We're going to be going to that left leg. In 3, 2, 1. Side. Side. Breathing, breathing. If you're wondering when to breathe, I tend to exhale as I come lateral, and then I replenish on the down. Next series is a little bit lighter. We'll be down on the mat doing some glute work. Last one. Let's go ahead and get those TFL strengtheners. 30 seconds in. We're going to start getting the knee just above that, just at hip height. Let's go ahead and lift, lift, lift. Exhale up. And if you're on that chair, make sure you tap that chair in between every one of those lifts. Tailbone is dropped, belly button is back towards the spine, keeping the protection on that lower back. No tension or tightness. Any discomfort, definitely stop, yeah? Exhale up. Three, 2, 1. Let it go. Last time, last side. We're going to bring that left knee right on up. Let's go ahead and hit it. Let's finish it out. Up, up, up. Try to keep everything nice and steady here. Exhale up. Of course, right as I say that, my standing leg starts to wobble. The universe keeping me humble. Exhale up, up. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it go. Shake it off. Flip the foot, hinge back. In that hinge, make sure the belly button is back. Sitting to that hip. Inhale. As you exhale, come on up. Let's switch sides. Swapping the feet out. Left foot is swapped. Foot flexed. Hinging back, belly button back towards that spine. Beautiful. Our first round of just core. We're going to do bulldogs. They're like really, it's one of the, I'm going to say, for me, it's a nice hold. It's going to be a static hold, okay? So in that, we want to just make sure the shoulders are rolled down and back. We're going to have a nice flat back. Knees are going to be below the hips. I'm going to show you the move. We're going to go just 3 rounds of 20 seconds each, so a full minute of static hold, which is just good, good, good. We'll take a little pause in between each segment. So for this one, we're going to be, you can be palms, but you definitely want to make sure the arms are fully lengthened. You're going to bring your knees directly below those hips, making sure you have a full flat back. It should literally look like a table, right? The closer the knees are to the ground, the more the core is engaged, and you're going to get a little bit more out of the exercise. Definitely honor yourself. If your feet start to float back or you notice your knees are floating back, you're going to create a lot of torque on the knees. So really make sure that the knees are directly below those hips. It's easy breezy. We're going to push up in 5, 4, 3, 2, push it up, tabletop. We're in it. 20 seconds is on the clock. Belly button back towards the spine. Nice tabletop here. Notice my knees are directly below my hips. Nice flat back. Arms, hands below my shoulders. Neck and head in alignment. You're already down to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There it is. Gently come down, top of the knees. We're going to pause. We're going to do that 2 more times. So honor yourself, okay? Inhale. As you exhale, make sure your position is best. Let's push up, up, hovercraft. See if you can bring the knees a little closer. See if you can bring the belly button a little further back. You're already more than mid-set. You've got 5, 4, 3, 2. There it is. Gently, mindfully, come on down. Awesome. Guess what? One more time. Because we've warmed up the legs, you may be feeling this in your quad, especially if you're quad dominant. So if you can, shift the body weight back a little bit. Think about driving a little bit through the heels. It'll help bring some of the torque right into your belly button. We're going to push up in 3, 2, 1. Bring that energy back. Taking the pressure off the quads. This is your last one, kids. We're down to 10 seconds remaining. You're down to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently come down. Nice work. That's round 1 of our series completely done. Go ahead and hydrate. Make sure you have a mat. And if you're going to use a chair for this next series, make sure you have a chair handy. I'm going to show you what we're going to do. I'm going to move my mat. I'm going to move my chair so my chair is stable. If you want to use a couch, you can use a couch. You want definitely something that's going to have some stability as we move through this next series. For those who have been in BreakOut Studios, I usually do this portion of the class up against that wall from our backs going into glute bridge series. So this glute bridge series, most important piece is making sure we're maintaining that 90 degree. So we're going to be pushing up into a traditional glute bridge from a chair height. So I usually like to drive through my heels. I'm going to push all the way up, max thrust at the hips. This can also be weighted, okay? So you can place weights, belly, if you're going to put it right on your hips, make sure you put a towel or something, especially if you're going a heavier weight, protect those bones. We're going to be going into traditional glute bridge. Then we're going to hold at the top. We're going to be marching. This is going to be our 40-second set. Our 30-second set from the top, you're going to bring your knees together and you're going to open. You want to keep everything in one long line, right? From knee to shoulder, weighting those shoulders, hands down and back, and if you're not, unless you're going to carry those weights at the top, okay? So we're going to go through that series. Of course, we'll go I think we did 2 times. So we'll check the time, but we're definitely going to start with that glute bridge. Join me. If you want to just go no chair, that's fine too. The elevation adds a little gravity. You'll definitely feel it, I promise you. I don't like to waste any moves in any of my classes. So we're going to full throttle it. So go ahead, bring your weights to your hips. We're going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drive all the way up. Exhale on that, up. Exhale, up. I have my weights gently pressed against the top of my thighs. Off my hip bones. I'm driving through my heels. I might find myself sliding a little bit. May need a door stop or 2 behind my shoulders on this mat. Exhale up. Drive up. Clock is on, I promise. I like this because this you'll feel in your hamstrings, yeah? Exhale up. They say, which we'll be doing some deadlifts later, quick booty lift is hamstring work, okay? Inhale, exhale, I promise. Couple more here, I'm gonna slide forward, there it is, I knew it. All right, so because we're marching, I'm gonna drop my weights. It's very difficult to keep the weights static. I also have my ankle weights on, which allows me to keep a little bit of weighted or resistance going as I move up into my march. I'm gonna bring my hips all the way up. We're gonna march in 3, 2, 1. March it right and left. Bring the belly button back towards the spine every time you lift that knee. And we are alternating right and left. See if you can also keep those hips nice and steady. If you notice one hip really drops as you're lifting, focus on the lower belly, focus on the positioning, allow the body weight to float to those shoulders. Inhaling and exhaling. There it is. Gently, mindfully roll on down. I'm going to set the timer. We're going 30 seconds. If you want to hold at the top, you can also hold at the top. We're going to be opening and closing those knees. I like my feet to maintain that hip width apart. So as I drive up, we're going to bring the knees together, closing using the inner thigh muscles, adductor muscles, and then the external thigh muscles to open those thighs up. External rotation. We're in it to win it in 3, 2, 1. Bring the knees together and open. Try to keep those hips nice and high. Let the inner thigh and the outer leg do that work. Inhaling and exhaling. You should be feeling this about now. Whoop, whoop. Breathing, breathing. Check the lower abdominal wall. Make sure you should have corset belly right now, which means everything should be tucked, taut core from the inner belly all the way around through your rib cage. There it is. Time flies when you're having fun. Gently come on down. Guess what? We're going to repeat that. We're going 50 seconds, starting with those glute bridge, weighted or non-weighted. Go ahead and grab your weights if you're going to add your weights. We're pressing up in 3, 2, 1. Drive all the way up. Exhale on the up. Hope you have good music going. I left my watch at home, so there's no music in the studio here for me today. Exhaling up, up, up. Try and control that lower too. Don't let the small of the back just smack down on that mat. This is your body. Last one, up, nice. Free the weights. We're going 40 seconds of marches. Feeling it. Let's go ahead, press on up. We're gonna march in 3, 2, 1. Up and up. Place that heel in that sweet spot. So it's the heel driving. Hips nice and high, nice and steady. Exhale as you bring that knee in and in. There it is, gently. If you want to hold up, you can hold that position. We're taking those thighs in and out, opening and closing. We're going to press back up, or if you're going to move, let's move it in and out in 3, 2, 1. Close and open. Inhaling and exhaling. Exhale, you bring them together. Woo! Feeling it, yeah? Breathing, breathing. There it is. Let it go. One more round from the tippy top. Making sure we get those glute bridges nice and high. And like I said, we don't want to smack the back down. Remember, our spine, our vertebrae are actually protecting our nervous system, right? So we don't want to keep dropping those hips too hard. And we can throw our hips off, out. So make sure you're gentle with that body. Every move has a reason or a purpose. Make sure you're not rushing it onto your body. Even if you're doing fewer movements, make sure that it's in integrity. We're going to take those glute bridges. I'm going one weight this time versus the 2. We're going to press up in 3, 2, 1. Drive all the way up. Exhale, up. Clock is on, I promise. If you need to drop the weight, drop the weight. Home stretch. I promise, under 10 seconds. Look, there it is. Let's go ahead. Free yourself from that weight or shake it off. If you need to bring your knees to your chest, honor yourself. We're going last round, 40 seconds, marches. Make sure the knee comes up. Shoulders stay weighted, hips high. Let's march it out, right and left. Last time like this, I promise. Inhaling and exhaling. Try to keep the shoulders relaxed. If you find too much tension in those shoulders, pause, shake it out, and just reset. Even if you do this from the ground, no chair, there's still a benefit. Honor your body. Inhaling and exhaling. Last exercise, we're doing the inner thigh. Open and close, using the inner and outer leg. Let's go ahead, press up, and close, and open, and close, and open. Contract, contract. Breathing along the way. Make sure you're breathing. Keep those muscles fueled by oxygen. It will feel less uncomfortable, I promise. Lots of oxygen to those muscles. Inhaling and exhaling. Breathing, breathing. Breathing, breathing. There it is. Let it go. Good work. Go ahead, cross that right ankle over. Woo! And let's go ahead and bring that left knee. You can reach through, bring the knee towards the chest, stretching out everything we just worked. Inhaling. Exhaling. That feel good? All right, let's swap it out. We're going to be going into our next belly series. We're going to be doing sideline V-ups. So this is a really good, of course, side exercise, sideline obliques. We still want to make sure that everything is nice and neutral in this. I'll give you some variety and some variations if fully lengthened legs is not your move today. And just a reminder, every day is different, especially when we're taking a lot of classes. I know that BreakOut Studios offers a ton of classes, so if you're somebody who's perpetually training or taking, body definitely responds differently every day to what we're doing, right? So sideline V up. Here's the trick of the trade. So elbow, if you want to be on the elbows, fully lengthened, totally your call for more difficult reach, right? Most important piece though is you're going to reach through the body, you're going to bring yourself up. Try to keep those legs together if you can. You're going to fully lengthen the body, you're going to contract up. Like I said, I have weights on mine, so I'm probably going to move a little bit slower. But make sure you get a full extension to up. If fully extended, just bring those knees up. Try to find that reach, bring those bent knees in. You're going to begin to develop that side strength. So honor your body. We're going 3 times through, 20 seconds each side. I'm setting that timer. We're going to start with, if you want, right side up. Means you're lying on your left side of your body. We're going to fully lengthen those limbs. We're going to press up in 3, 2, 1. Reach, reach, reach. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Full reach. Get that nice extension. You're under 10 seconds already. Time flies. Last one. There it is, see? All right. Let's see if we can balance that body out by doing the same amount of momentum or movement, if you will, range of motion. Again, everybody's bodies are different. We're not perfectly symmetric, but we want to try to keep the body balanced. We're going to lengthen, lying on our right side of the body, and lengthen and press in 3, 2, 1. Up. And I always say the first one's kind of like that little trial of finding that range of motion. You want to make sure you're kind of resting on the medial glute on that right side. So as you get that stretch, I've got my chair in my way here. Up, reach, up. Inhale, exhale, last one. Reach and up. Good. I'm going to move my mat a little further. Back onto that left side. Finding that stretch. We're going to go. Let's go. Lift, lengthen, lift as I wobble. Lengthen, lift, lengthen, and lift. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. One leg is lagging on me. 3. Oh my God, it's already here. Last one. I felt like I didn't get one in. All right, back to the other side. Mid-set. So we're going left side or right side down. Left leg is going to be, our left side is active. Find your reach. Let's reach. Stretch, contract, stretch, contract. Oh, I'm feeling it this round. And there it is. Guess what? One more time each side. And then we're going to move on to something else, I promise. Let's go. Right side is going to be contracting. We're reaching and contracting in 3, 2, 1. Up. And if you're with those bent knees, still try to get max contraction at that top, yeah? Stretch, reach, stretch, reach. There it is. Woo! Talk about training to failure. I think I was going to get my legs up on that one. All right, last time, last side. Woo! 3, 2, 1. Up. Pressing that belly button back as you do that. Reach. Let's see if we get one more in. Reach. Pull. Awesome. Hydrate. I'm going to hydrate. And the good news is we have a whole new set of exercises. Starting, we'll go 1 minute pause here. So make sure you hydrate. If you're going to grab weights or use weights, this is definitely a series you're going to want weights for. We're going to be doing some deadlifts. We'll be doing some standing donkey kicks and hamstring curls. The donkey kicks, of course, can be weighted as well as the hamstring curls. So definitely check it out. Let me show you what we're going to do, shall I? Okay, so actually, I'm going to move the chair completely out of the way. I lie. So our deadlifts. We're going to be doing a straight leg deadlift, flat back, belly back towards that spine. I like 2 weights for mine. I'm going to make sure that my shoulders are rolled down and back. I'm going to lengthen through my spine. As I'm lengthening through my spine through the top of my head and I hinge my hips back, I'm lengthening down the back of my leg, getting a nice stretch through the back of my leg. I go to about mid-shin. Then I contract through my hips, bring my hips up into a pelvic tilt, max contraction at the top. That's what we're going to be doing. So our deadlifts, yeah? We're going to be going 50 seconds on those deadlifts. Exercise 2, we're going to be going donkey kicks. You can tuck a weight behind your knee if you'd like. We're going to be going into, we're going to be doing donkey kicks. So from this knee to knee, you're going to drive straight back, contracting through the max glute. Drop, press. That's exercise 2. Then we're going to lengthen. Simply keep that glute active. You're going to lengthen through your leg and you're going to curl your heel towards your booty. So standing leg, hamstring curl. This one, if you're going to have ankle weights, great. Otherwise, you're going to be dropping that weight, of course, correct? So if you do a weighted donkey kick, you will need to set that weight down before you go into hamstring curl. There's no way you can maintain the 2 movements weighted, I promise. So let's go ahead and start with those deadlifts. I'm going to be setting that timer for 50 seconds. Grab a weight, single or double weight, totally your call. Just make sure the most important piece, you're hinging back, getting a stretch to the back of the legs, and then contracting. Think of driving through the heels all the way up to a standing position. Of course, over cue. We are going to start shoulders down and back, flat back. Let's go ahead. Basically dropping all the way down. Lengthen through the back of the body, and now contract all the way up. Pelvic tilt to max contraction. Let's do it again. Stretch, lengthen, flat back. Stretching the back of the leg out. Pressing those hips. Weight through those heels. Contract all the way up. Inhale as you lengthen and lower. And exhale as you drive through those heels, contracting through the back of the leg, quad, max contraction. Good. You're more than mid-set. Look, there it is. Whoop, whoop. All right, we're going to the wall or to a chair if you need. We're going into that 40-second round. We're going to start with a donkey kick first. Donkey kicks are in the house. So up against that wall, if you choose, let's go ahead and begin. Nice and easy, knee to knee, and lift, contracting the glute. Make sure the belly button is still back, protecting the spine. Exhale, up, and press. Think of driving through that heel like you have to kick through a door. Ladies, if your hands are full with groceries and you gotta open that door to enter that house, drive through that heel. Exhale. Last 10 seconds here. Stretch, contract, kick, kick. You've got 3, 2, 1. Let it go. We're going to go right into those hamstring curls. 30 seconds is going on the clock. So right where your knee left off, right at that heightened place, make sure that belly button is back towards the spine. Glute is active. Lengthen and curl. Touch your body. Know where your muscles and what muscles are moving. Hold or tap that hamstring. Let it do the work. Lengthen. Drive through that heel. Curl the heel towards the glute. Lengthen and curl. Exhale as you curl. Inhale as you lengthen. You've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it go. If you need to, lengthen that leg and just hinge back. Stretch it out. We're going to switch sides. We're going 50 seconds, 40 seconds I lie with our donkey kicks into that 30-second hamstring curl. Opposite leg. Are we ready? Let's go. Drive. Try to keep those hips parallel to the floor. Should feel like everything is nice and active and the glute is only doing that lift. Drive through that heel. Again, just exhale as you curl that knee back. Take that lift. Exhale up. You're under 10 seconds this round. 3, 2, 1. Keep that leg up. We're going to go right into those hamstring curls. We're going to go 30 seconds in 3, 2, 1. Lengthen and curl. You are officially mid-set. Lengthen, curl. You've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Curl. Lengthen that leg and hinge back. Go ahead, stretch it out. We're going right back to that top. I can't read the clock. I think we have time. We're going to go one more round through all of that, and then one last little belly exercise, and then you guys will be free to play the rest of your day. So we're starting with that 50-second deadlift, weighted or non-weighted. And so grab your weights if you choose, and we're going to lengthen in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lengthen. Nice flat back. Get the stretch on. Drive through those heels. Contract at the top. Good. Lengthen and drop. And contract. You're already down to the last 10 seconds. Stretch and press. Max contraction at the top. Inhale, exhale, last 2. Let's get one more in. You're gonna hear that timer. Let's finish this one out. Nice, let it go. Coming to the wall or the chair, we are gonna hit our 40-second donkey kick. Round 1, first side. We're gonna go in 3, 2, 1. Isolate that move. Belly button back, drive, press, press. Max contraction. This is it, you guys. Press. I've been getting out to Tumamoc. I mentioned that to Todd, so always feel free to message me if you need somebody to walk with, somebody to climb that hill with. I'm more than happy to meet you out there. It's a great climb, it's a great workout. You've got 3, 2, 1. Hold at that top, hold the top. I'm gonna change the clock. We're going right into those hamstring curls. We ready? Lengthen and curl. Lengthen, curl. Inhale, exhale. Drive through that heel, even as you lengthen that leg. Drive, get that mat stretch. Keep those legs active. Last 10 seconds here. Feeling it, you've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it go. Flip that heel, hinge back. Guess what? Second side. We're going 40 seconds, donkey kick. We're gonna press up. Finish your stretch out. Let's switch the sides. We're in it to win it. 3, 2, 1. Drive and drive. Let that heel reach for that ceiling, contracting that glute. Exhale. Try to keep the length on that spine. You may feel some kind of contraction through the middle of your back or the lower back if you're not keeping that spine nice and lengthened. You'll feel a bit of a tug, a little discomfort there. So make sure you keep that tailbone, should feel dropped, not tucked. Inhaling and exhaling. Last 10 seconds here. 5, 4, 3, 2, hold at the top. I'm going to change the clock. We're going 30 seconds, starting right. Inhale, exhale, let's go. Lengthen and lengthen. Feeling it. Whoop, whoop. Great work, you guys. This is it. We are nearing the end of our booty work. We're going to finish out with the last little bit of belly belly. We have under 10 seconds, kids. You've got 5, 4, 3, 2, there it is. If you need, flip that leg, hinge back. We're going to come to our bum bums, and we're going to get a round of Russian twists in. So, a couple ways you can do this. In this, making sure that we want to keep the rotation, so a nice flat back, most important, right? So you can take a nice rotation. We want a little bit of length in that stretch. So some of us tend to get kind of wadded up in the middle here, and we really want to make sure we get a nice rotation. We want to optimize those muscles that wrap around and get into our lat muscles. They interdigitate, so they wrap, yeah? It's what keeps our infrastructure strong and sturdy and rotating our trunk. So I like to go single weight. If you're gonna go double weight, you can press the weights together, but usually a lighter weight, yeah? Because that keeps the core nice and engaged. But I go single weight. We're gonna try to keep those elbows nice and high, wrap and tap the elbow. So as I wrap and tap, I'm taking a little bit of a further hinge back, engaging the core a little bit more, coming back to center, wrap and tap. We're gonna go 3 rounds of 20 seconds between you and maybe your Saturday brunch. I don't know, maybe DJ cardio, I don't know. We've got ballet coming up next. We're gonna rock it and roll it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hinge, wrap, center, wrap. Exhale as you rotate, pressing the belly button back towards that spine every time. It should feel like your tailbone is neutral or a slight tuck on it, hollowing out the lower belly, which will also protect the small of the back. especially if you're taking that max rotation. Last time, last side, balance it out, pause. 2 more, just like that. Inhale. As you exhale, we're going 1 minute of this core, right? So that was 20 seconds down, we're reaching back. We've got 5, 4. If that's too easy, bring those feet up off. Let's wrap and center, wrap. Try to keep the knees together though too, because we've already warmed up those inner thigh muscles, right? Doing those knees open and closing on that chair. So try to keep the inner thighs active even in this rotation. Don't let the knees float apart. Keep everything firing. Last one, rappy tap tap. There it is. That's round 2. 1 more round. We're gonna stretch it out. Whoop, whoop. Are we ready? Let's press it back. If you want to lengthen your legs, add a layer of difficulty. Let's find that lengthened leg series and let's wrap, wrap, center, wrap. Try to keep the legs at the same height. Try not to let them float in height from side to side. Keep them nice and steady, even in that rotation. Reaching back as you tap that elbow. Inhaling and exhaling. Exhale. Up. Rotate. 5, 4, 3, 2. There it is. Free yourself. Lengthen that body fully. Inhaling. Exhaling. Let's stretch everything out. Woo! I always say, wiggle it just a little bit. Shaking it out. Inhale. Stretch overhead. Lengthen through the back of the legs. Inhale. We're going to bring those knees right to your chest, clasping behind the knees. It's better for the knees. Here it creates too much torque. Bring your hands behind the knees. Take that gentle rock right to left. If you are one who feels or felt a little bit of in the lower back through any of our exercises, this is a great go-to throughout your day. Right hydration, and this is a great little way to massage. We're going to lengthen the left leg, keeping that right knee in. Make sure that leg gets all the way down to the ground, drive to the heel, lengthening, shoulders roll down and back. Reaching the right knee towards the shoulder, even if you have to glide outside of that rib cage, just to get that stretch on. Inhale. As you exhale, the left hand's going to come to the outside of your right knee. You're going to take that knee right across the body. Reach for the mat, yeah? But try to keep the right shoulder down, hand down. Woo! Does that feel good? Inhale. As you exhale, drop the knee a little closer to the mat. Increasing your stretch. Nice. Belly button back towards that spine. Inhale. As you exhale, bring the right knee back across the body. Let this knee rest open. Open up through those hips. In times like these, you'll hear me say that a lot on Facebook. In times like these, let the hips rest open. We're very locked down in many areas of our lives. This is our safety sanctuary chakra. So a lot of us may be feeling a lot of tension, a lot of tightness, lack of creativity, lack of spontaneity, not for, of course, dancers and artists, but some of us with fear, we're tending to maybe more limited, not completely locked down, more limited. This is a great exercise just to open things up. Inhale as you exhale, lengthen the leg. Let's bring that left knee in for its turn. Clasping behind the knee, lengthening the right leg, driving through that heel, shoulder blades are down and back. Chin is towards chest, lengthening through the spine, the nape of the neck. Inhale, as you exhale, right hand comes to the outside of that knee. Drop that left hand down, take that rotation. Reaching the left knee towards the mat, keeping the right or left shoulder down. Inhale. And again, as you exhale, see if you can take a little deeper stretch into the small of the back every time you exhale, letting go of more oxygen. Inhale. Last time, exhale, see if you can drop that knee a little closer to the mat, relaxing the hips. Inhale. As you exhale, bring that left knee back across the body, and let's let that hip rest open. Reaching for the mat, let the hip rest open. Just feels good, yeah. Inhale. Exhale. Let's go ahead and bring that knee right up towards the ceiling, and let's take a gentle rock up. Let's cross the left knee under, so bending that left knee, I'll face you, that way you see. We're going to cross that right leg right on over. If you can, right foot crosses down or touches the mat if you can. If not, totally fine. We just want to make sure we're getting a little bit of stretch into the glute piriformis, so a rotation is good. Try to keep the spine nice and straight, and I always think of spiraling up and out rather than crashing down. So reaching for the opposite corner, rotating, belly button back towards that spine, sitting into that right hip. The desire sometimes is to lift that hip. We want to make sure that you're kind of like sandbagging, right? Bringing the weight into that right hip. Getting that good stretch on. Inhale. As you exhale, let's go ahead and swap. Lengthening both legs if you need to, and let's cross the right leg under left, bring the left leg up and over, and let's take that rotation. All the way up and around, reaching my right shoulder for the opposite corner, making sure my left hip is down, giving a good stretch. Inhale, exhale. Good. And guess what? We are complete, kids. Happy Saturday to you. Stay tuned. I know there's more classes following. I look forward to seeing you next week. Happy August. Stay hydrated, stay cool. Thank you for playing.